Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on Hypixel Skyblock. And a few days ago I made a video on which farms you should use in Hypixel Skyblock and which farms can make you the most money. I went over some older farms like minion generators, cobblestone generators, and semi-AFK farms, as well as some newer farms, and specifically the crop farms. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build every single of these simple crop farms in Hypixel Skyblock. Because honestly, it's not that hard, but some people just need a little bit of a helping hand to see how they work. So we're going to be hopping into a creative world, and I'm going to do my best to show you how you can build these things. Okay, so we are now on a super flat creative world, and by the way, all of the timestamps for the different farms will be in the description, so if you're interested in that, just click down below. But let's get straight into it. By the way, if you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It really helps me out, and every little bit helps. So please subscribe. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so for this you're going to need dirt, pumpkin seeds, sea lanterns, stone slabs, or any slab of your choice. You can either use 2 water buckets or an infinitive water bucket or a prisma pump, which is one of the farming tools, which will just make it a lot faster to put down water. So I've got ourselves a little patch of dirt here. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that there's enough space for water. You can do that basically just like this, build little trenches like this every 8 blocks, I believe it is. So now I've got one little area in between every 8, and you can repeat this design to the left and right, and of course continuing up and down as much as you want. But let's work on the base design. So what I normally do is I would put sea lanterns or glowstone right up here, and that is 1 block above the water. So like that, and I'll cut it off on the edge where we'll be walking back and forth. And then all you need to do is just till this area and put down some pumpkin seeds. And then you just put slabs like that. And then you do the same thing with right in here. After a little bit of time, they'll have all grown into pumpkins. And then you can just go break the pumpkins, normally with something like a pumpkin dicer or a decent axe. And then boom, they will start to slowly regrow again. And this farm is infinitely expandable in this direction or that direction, up to however much island space you have. The next farm we're going to be talking about is the sugarcane farm. Sugarcane farms are relatively similar, but also very, very, very different. So with this one, instead of going 8 blocks, you only want 2 blocks in between your water. And that's because sugarcane can only grow directly next to water. You'll see I can't even plant it here without first putting down water. And then with this one, it's even more simple because you don't need lights. So all you do is take your slabs, or actually you can use blocks for this one, but in my opinion, slabs just look a lot better. And you'll go around like this. I also enjoy placing them on the side, that way you don't run off, because with sugarcane you'll often be running pretty quickly. So you can place it all around as well as through. And then if you place it in a specific way, you can actually get it to the fact where it organizes which direction you run. So you'll see I'm placing it just going off the edge, and when I get to here, I will just turn around and place like this instead. And that's because you'll normally be running in a very specific way. So let's say my first row is here, I'd go through chopping here, and then I'd just be able to go, and then I'd be able to farm backwards, going this direction, and then just switch and go forwards, and then now go backwards. And that's the most efficient type of farm to build, because it just helps you get the most crops possible. You can, if you really want to, just remove these, and it turns it into just a normal sugarcane farm as well. And you're basically done. All you need to do is just plant down the rest of your sugarcane. Unfortunately, the basket of seeds does not work with sugarcane, so you will have to do it all manually, which does kind of suck, but sugarcane is rather profitable, so, I mean, it's worth it. And you just need to wait for it to start to grow, and then you can run down and farm it. Also, only farm the top piece, and the bottom pieces stay there, and then you don't need to replant, they will just regrow up. Okay, let's move on to carrot and potato and wheat. Carrot and potato and wheat all share the same farm design that I've found, because they're very similar crops. They all require the same amount of water, and they all require the same amount of light. So these are pretty easy to build. Just pillar somewhat into the air, and then all you're going to need to do is do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can delete all of that and just keep going with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 design. And every block of 5 needs a water source block in it like that. Now, once you're continuing on, now this is infinitely expandable up, because you can just use the same water source and just have it knocked off at the bottom like that. And if you're continuing on to the side, you actually can wait another 2 blocks here. And then this one is where you put your next water. So you'd start off with a 2 block gap, then you can use 4, 2, and then you continue on like that. And normally, since you're building these vertically, there's an easy solution for light. I'm not going to build a full thing, but I'll just build this simple one right here. And of course, we can place our water source like that, and you could use this just like a normal one and do the same thing we're doing for the bottom one. But for light, all you need to do is just on the top, place it like that. You can space it out more evenly, but personally, I think it looks better if you use all lights the entire way. But you can, if you want to save some money, just put lights every couple blocks. It'll still make sure the whole area is light. And then all you need to do is hoe the entire area until it is all into this tilled dirt. And then just place down either carrots. You can put down carrots, you can put down potatoes. And if we just use a bit of bone meal on this, you'll see they all grow perfectly fine. Moving on to melon farms, they are basically the same as pumpkin farms. So clear off all of your pumpkins and instead just place down melon seeds. And boom, you've got melons generating just like you would pumpkins, and you farm it the same way as well. So if you actually don't want to have to build an entire farm, you can actually switch them between pumpkin and melon pretty easily just by going through and breaking the seeds, and then using the basket of seeds to plant them all back for you. And that way you don't actually need to build 2 farms, you can just swap in between them when you want to. However, if you're going to be doing it pretty consistently, I would recommend building 2 farms, because with all of the building tools, they aren't that hard to build. Now let's move on to the easiest of these farms, which is Netherwart. You can reach a maximum of 4 blocks in 1.12, which is the ideal version to farm Netherwart. So I recommend making them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks long. And then you simply continue this onwards like this for as long as you want to. And put down the Netherwart using the Netherwart pouch, which you can also get. And this doesn't need any light, it doesn't need any water, it will just grow, and then you just fly in between the rows and farm it like this, using a replenish. Oh, and they will fill automatically. I do recommend waiting in 1.12 and then farming them when they are fully grown, because they will not keep this hitbox, they will go up to a full crop hitbox, so that would make a lot more sense to farm in. And just build them right next to each other like this, so that when you're done with this, so that you can farm this one, and then turn around, do this one, and then fly around and do this one, and turn around, do the next one, and etc., continuing on like that. And if you don't think your reach is up to it, then you can always go to a 6-block variant of the farm as well. That works too. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!